Let's just make sure the video is working. There we go. It is February 5th, and I was just doing a little bit of metalworking. I've got 6 of these chains. I ended up not buying the elk. I've decided, at least for now, eat an elk. And so, yeah, I decided to go ahead and hold on to what I have. So, instead, what I did was I bought a set, and you can't really see it, but if I click on this, I have each of these broken Blackguard components. This cost me about a total of 110 gears, so I'm pretty much cleaned out on gears, but I want to start repairing these things, and that's a huge focus of today's episode. This is probably the easiest way to get some, like, really decent armor going earlier on in the game. So, like, let's take this. This requires you to add 5 chains around it at first to get to the first level of preparedness. And so what we'll just focus on this one at first, because I really need chest armor. That's the part of my armor that's the least functional. So this goes from broken to damaged now. Now this can actually be worn. Protection tier 1. Let me just compare that to my leather armor protection tier 1, durability 700. So we're already better than the leather armor, which is basically broken at this point. I'll go ahead and put that there. Then to get it to the full repair, we need 5 iron plates. And so we've got 4. And let's go ahead and really prioritize making a 5th now. Unfortunately, I'm getting this issue where I'm getting snow falling on my anvil, and it's cooling ingots too fast. So we're going to go... Let me grab... Yeah, let's put some glass over this area. I don't want it to interfere with my farming, though, so I'm going to be somewhat calculating in how I do this. I've been building this other room here, too, by the way. This is going to be another room of my base. I don't know exactly how it's going to go yet, but it's going to be something like that. Okay. So the one that I need to put it over is this one. But I'm going to go like that for sure. And then I might test out... I don't remember if you can farm under glass. Yeah, you can. It's like a greenhouse. Okay. So I'm going to go and we'll do 2 layers of... And these are just glass blocks I made by melting quartz in Bloomeries. But that should be good enough. I realize that that's kind of hokey. It's kind of poking out over, but that's fine. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a few more of these in here. And let's light these up. Unfortunately, wind seems to be dying down a bit too. You know, one thing I did is I did hook this up to a big wheel, and the problem is that in order to make a second one, which would make the rig more efficient, I think I need to get each of these costs 2 resin, so I need 8, and I only have 6. And I don't even know where the nearest one is. I guess there. Oop, I heard a guy. Tell you what, let's sleep. We are getting to the point of the year where we're approaching much more reasonable, day length and light conditions and things. It's starting to turn the corner from the worst part of winter. It's still bad, but it's getting slightly better. Okay. I've got some friends outside. It's 11:11. It should be fairly okay. Yeah, the sun is up. I mean, you can't really tell, but the sun is up. One day I'll have walls around here and this... Well, that was loud. I don't know why that was so loud. I think it's because of my headphones. It just sounds different. Okay, so that's that. So anyway, I was about to light these up. because I need another couple of plates probably. I mean, I'm going to need way more than that to repair all of this. Fortunately, I have the automated smith, or the smith perk from X Skills that allows me to make chainmail through the health hammer here. I think one thing I could do to speed this up is actually break this. At least for now, we'll do that. We'll see if it works. And there's basically three things I can do. I can either do that, I can add more sails, or I can do the thing where you get a second wheel. But let me see about sails. I think I need 8 cloth. Okay, I've got 6. Okay, that's actually 7. And then I hate to do that because it will theoretically cause that image to disappear. Okay, we have 8. And then we need some sticks. See if I remember how to do this. Angle. Is that the right one? Tell you what, I know this is slightly inefficient because I need to get that, but I'm gonna break that. And just double check, we want to make sure, yeah, these are angled. Okay, so we're just gonna go like that. And then this. And that'll make, I need to do that twice to get enough for this windmill to be powered. Okay. Well, the other option would be to simply change this out. And I think I might do this for now. Until we have the components to make this faster, I think I'm going to change that out. And I should have known that about the sail. That pisses me off. I'll put that there for now. We're going to actually just switch back to the normal angled gear because it's just more efficient. You need 2 big wheels to be fully efficient. Okay, we'll go ahead and get those back on there. And then we're going to do this down here now. Oh, there's an angled gear there already. Okay. Okay. So that's a more efficient rig. Okay, but we've got to get these in here. Okay, I already had one chain that I was working on. I'm going to go ahead and do that one first. Okay, that's done. Oh, do we get a bonus? Okay, that's done. And then we'll use the hammer to kind of help these along a little bit while we still have heat on these blooms. Okay. Now we'll make 1 plate. And I'll let that do the rest. Go ahead and set this down. Okay, and then the plate is done. So now we can take this and do that. And then we've got a full Blackguard Cuirass, which 1800 protection tier 3, huge damage reduction there. That protects me way better than I was being protected earlier. So that alone is really, really good progress. Now, I will have to do the rest of these another time. I don't have anything close to the resources to get these done now. I mean, I do, but it would take a while. I mean, I can always do more ingots. I think it might be a better use of my time to go out and look for resin. Let's put these in here for now. I just need like 2 resin, so that shouldn't be too hard. I know I have one here and here. I could go get. That's all we really need. My bees are still making that sound even though it's dead of winter. I think they should fix that. A couple rifts popping in. Not what you want to see. It's definitely a bit of a blizzard, or, you know, it's been snowing nonstop for a while. I feel like my mountain is like the Donner Party Pass or something. It's just crazy.
Basically the same shit that they're saying. There's an old man rambling.
Alright, so...
Obviously, Trump's,
yeah, that's the right direction.
Trump's rhetoric in this regard is more palatable to the average person. Because, like, he's saying that he's ending wars. He's saying that he's ending wars, even though he's
that
not,
down from floating there.
But, like, people understand that as, like, a thing that the president is doing. Whereas people don't understand when
I do have some peat here.
I did AUKUS.
It's territories that Russia hasn't yet conquered. Isn't it a fair peace for Ukraine?
I'll go ahead and get a couple stacks of peat while I'm out, because my house is out of firewood, and this is better anyway.
I hope it doesn't have to go on, and I think people in the whole world is going to be very happy when that's announced. You posted on social media, Mr. President, a very touching letter from the First Lady, and the letter was hand-delivered to President Putin, and it calls for an end to the war, essentially, because of the children and the children's future. Why did the First Lady feel that letter was necessary? Was it because she
I'll take the 3.
Mr. Putin is the aggressor in the war? Is a similar letter being hand-delivered to President Zelensky?
Oh.
So the First Lady felt very strongly. She's watched the same thing that you watch and that I watch. I see things that you don't get to see, and it's horrible. But when she's got a great love of children, she has a wonderful son that she loves. Probably more than anybody, including me. I hate to say it, but she loves her son. She loves children.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up here now.
She needs to see something like this happening, and that goes for other wars too. I mean, she sees the heartbreak, the parents, the funerals that you see on television. Always funerals. We want to see something other than funerals. No, she felt it was a beautiful letter. It was very well received by him, and she did ask me to say, you know, she would love to see this end. She would love to see it end, and she says it very openly, very proudly, and with great sorrow, because so many people have been killed. Last week, Brian, go ahead, Brian.
Yes, sir. I had a question for each of you. First one is President Zelensky. You look fabulous in that suit.
I should have seen it.
Yeah, you look.
Clown show, dude. Fucking clown show. That's what this is. It's a real dog and pony show. A real clown show.
Good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Since the one that attacked you last time. I remember.
Yeah, I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question.
Okay, here's one. Okay, I did not mean to fall down there.
Yes, of course. We are open to election, yes. We have to do safety circumstances, and a little bit we need to work in the parliament, because during the war you can't have election, but we can do security. We need, maybe, how to say, we need a truth, yes, everywhere the battlefield.
Okay, that hurts. Oh great, there's water here. I'll make this a little harder, but that's okay. Alright, we're back up, and let's find this resin over here.
3.5 years now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? So I wonder what the thing. You like this idea?
Speaking of news, I got a question for you. This sounds
Where is this resin? I thought it was in this tree.
But do you think that
Oh, there it is.
media really doesn't even want a peace deal? Because they seem they've been so critical of you every step of the way as you lead the charge
Maybe
for peace.
head down southeast and get this one.
It's an amazing phenomenon. I said that if in the settlement you got Moscow, St. Petersburg, and thousands of miles around them, they would say I made a bad deal.
That's not. Dog, what are you fucking saying? That is not the deal that is in play.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Alright,
Go away, Mr. Bear, go away, go away. Okay, we killed him. I don't mind that actually, because I'll get another good hide there, which we can make into sturdy leather later.
So you say
If not, just regular leather in the meantime.
So let me just say
Alright, so we did those three. Let's go and get this one down here now. I'm gonna get 5 and then head back. We're almost at nightfall here. And then maybe we'll focus on doing some leather working.
Even Kaya got up for that one. She changed position. I like that. I like that. Nope. I said no new wars, but it turns out if there is a new war, maybe no election in 3.5 years here in the United States of America.
Alright. Trying to find the resin somewhere around here.
Seems great. Seems great. Mexico looking so good. Mexico looking so good.
Where is this thing? Right here?
Looking right.
I wonder what the thing. You like this idea?
Speaking of news, I got a question for you. This sounds insane for me even to ask this. But do you
Oh, here it
think
is.
American media really doesn't even want a peace deal for peace?
If in the settlement you
Okay,
got
we're under
Moscow,
attack.
St. Petersburg, and thousands of miles around them, they would say I made a bad deal.
Well, that's not the settlement, is it?
Okay.
That's not the deal, is it? It's the opposite, actually.
I'm not sure where he's
It's
attacking from, but
basically
we
the
need to
opposite of
move
that
just
deal.
generally to get out of this area.
The level of hatred and animosity is incredible. Not with all. I mean, we have great people up here. We also have terrible people.
Okay, there's another one right over here I'll get, and then we'll head home.
But, you know, in solving all of these wars, they don't even write about it. You know, I saw major wars. I saw wars that have been going on for 31, 35, and 37, and a couple of quicker ones. One that was going to go into a full-blown deal very quickly. You know what the one I'm talking about. It was a big one. But they don't even write about that. No matter what I do, no matter what, and you know, this is not anything to do with you. It's probably to your advantage in a certain way. But no matter what I do, no matter what deal I make, from my standpoint, you'll come out good.
There we go.
Maybe President Putin will come out good. But they'll say Trump was absolutely horrible. It's just that, and I've lived with that for a long time. I've lived with it since just before the first election. I used to get great publicity. Now I get the worst publicity anyone's ever gotten in office.
Oh, there's another one right here, and I never even saw it before.
So that people understand.
I love
They
finding
want to
random
count ultimately. But I've
resin
also had
sources.
great
Did I get this one yet?
reporters. I've had journalists that are very good.
I don't think I did. Let's head
But
due north and get this one.
It's very sad when you do the right thing. As an example, they said, because of the fact that Vladimir Putin came to American soil, this was a tremendous defeat for Donald Trump. No, it was opposite of what they said. But they said it. Now, if he didn't come, they'd say that was also bad for Trump. Yeah. There's no way. And
Alright,
it's
let's
just a great dishonesty.
go over
of the press, and
here.
I think that's why it's lost its credibility. You know, its credibility is at an all-time low. We have a thing going on right now in D.C. We went from the most
Here we go.
unsafe place anywhere to a place that now friends are calling me up, Democrats are calling me up, and they're saying, "Sir, I want to thank you. My wife and I went out to dinner last night for the first time in 4 years, and Washington, D.C. is safe, and you did that in 4 days. I'll tell you, it's safe." I had another friend of mine, he has a son who's a great golfer, he's on tour, and he came in
We got
yesterday in the big tournament where Scotty Scheffler made a great shot, and he said his son is going to dinner in Washington, D.C. tonight. I said, "Would you have allowed that to happen a year ago?" He said, "No way. No
Is this
way." He
a,
said, "What you've done is incredible."
oh no, okay, there's an axe just laying here.
But the press says,
Okay, anyway,
he's trying to take over.
I'll head up here.
All I want is security for our people. But people that haven't gone out to dinner in Washington, D.C. in 2 years are going out to dinner, and the restaurants the last 2 days were busier than they've been in a long time.
So I walked around yesterday with MTG. If you could walk around with DC with MTG and not be attacked, the city is safe.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last week you warned of what you called severe consequences if a 30-day ceasefire or any type of ceasefire were not agreed to by Russia. Will there be severe consequences? Does that change because
I don't think you need a ceasefire. You know, if you look at the 6 deals that I settled this year, they were all at war. I didn't do any ceasefires. And I know that it might be good to have, but I could also
Okay,
strategically, like,
let's start out with,
country or the other wouldn't want it.
let's put these
Have a
away.
ceasefire, and they rebuild and rebuild and rebuild, and, you know, maybe they don't want that. But if you look at the 6 deals
Alright,
that we
let's
made
go up
peace,
here, grab these out, put this in.
It's not.
Now let's put this one here.
The notion that you are going to have
Okay, what else do we got? We've got this one. Can I get these all 5?
press pool is completely gone. It's not happening. It's something that I've noticed not just in the press. It's something that I'm going to be talking about with Ben Cohen of Ben
That's
and Jerry's
strong.
as well. It's not just the press. Our culture, like corporations,
Alright,
and
let's get this
every
going
other
here.
institution
Okay,
that
making good
previously
progress
at
on the
least
hides.
aesthetically tried to defend the principles of liberalism are completely casting all of that aside and becoming
Oh, we got a
servile
free
little mouthpieces for
one in there.
the right-wing agenda of this administration. Some of it is out of fear, and some of it is because they want to make more money, and they know Trump will press them. It is unfolding in every
Maybe I just make
part
this into
of
jerky.
our lives. Okay? Every aspect of our lives
Let's get
is
these
being
peeps.
dominated by
I'm gonna put them
right-wing
inside.
crybabies, and I don't know if we'll be able to change this dynamic anytime soon, and I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
I'll put the peep
The
right
media
down
was
here.
never adversarial to begin with, or it's just like, or they were only adversarial to Biden on a right wing basis. But for the most part, they were servile to Biden too. You're a left wing crybaby. It's really funny that you say this because I have literally, with the exception of a content creator directly issuing a death threat against me and telling his fans to kill me in the streets, I've never asked for deplatforming of another content creator, not even once. As a matter of fact, it's always right-wing content creators who are actively demanding that the
put this
FBI
away.
prosecute me, that the Customs and Border Patrol throw me in jail for any number of different made-up fucking
Okay,
reasons.
let's get those in there.
Constantly demanding that I get deplatformed every single fucking week. So the notion that like I'm the crybaby here is idiotic. You've made this up. You're
Okay, with that, we can go ahead and do the other big wheel now. So what we'll do is I'll get, just gonna take this whole stack here.
That's it.
And then we'll get, 8 of those. I believe it's just something like this. With this, and that. Is that right? I need sticks too, okay.
Anyway.
Okay, I need more sticks.
You keep saying 666. What 6 deals are you talking about? I count Iran, Israel, allegedly Congo, Rwanda, Azerbaijan, Armenia.
Yeah, there we go.
I think he means India, Pakistan as well, but I don't know how we arrive at 6. Why are you wearing your jacket inside? You're just trying to aura farm? Hell yeah, I am.
Okay, so let's, the next step in this is to make that. We need an axle, and then these boards is connector tissue, so let's get the axle here. I'll just use this one since we're not going to need it anymore.
I try to stay away from that parasocial back and forth, that parasocial drama aspect of things, because I think it's better to be issue focused. But for many people,
and then those in the corners, and there we go. Alright, so we've made our second big wheel now, and I'm going to go ahead and take that now, and then let's get the other big wheel that we have here. Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to replace this one right here. And then we'll place that and that. That's going really fast, isn't it? And then we'll go up here, and this will be a more efficient rig if we can get this to get out here. Back up. How do I get back up there? Okay, there we go. And then, oops, fucking A. God damn it. Okay. Keep falling. So I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to replace that like so, and then we need the angled gear here. Okay, so that should be just a more efficient rig. Okay. Now, if you really wanted to crank up the efficiency even more, you would go big wheel to small wheel.
Did they give the right-wingers better microphones or something? Like, what the fuck's happening? They're like, they just tune it up. They're like, oh, it's douchey talking. We gotta fucking tune it.
War effort in Ukraine. At best, it is a stalemate, and the killing continues. So, President Trump, how much more is the United States?
That doesn't seem to be working
and President Zelensky,
as well as I thought it would.
Well, I'll start off just by saying we're not giving anything now. We're selling weapons. This is something before. I guess the number is well over $300 billion. That was under.
Yeah, that's faster. Okay, weird.
Politician, not a smart man, never was. By the way, go back 40 years. He was not a smart man 40 years ago either. But now he's in particular bad.
This is MAGA's take on Ukraine. You said I was wrong. What?
Okay.
That MAGA hates
So
Ukraine, bro, I told you.
we'll go over here. I mean, I don't know if that's really going to do much for efficiency, but at least it's done now.
No, I think
Project is complete.
Americans.
And basically, that's all we're going to need for
Unironically, there are a lot of Americans on the right.
the wheels.
Unironically think that Russia is actually engaging in a moral war against woke. They see Ukraine.
Let me go ahead and sleep real quick.
Oh, Fox does still pummel MAGA with anti-Russia sentiment. That's true. Yeah, both of those things are true. Both of those things are true. While Fox News and the establishment and establishment Republicans are still very much invested in the quote-unquote defending Ukraine unconditionally narratives, even though it's like just so that they can continue sending weapons to Ukraine. There's no like moral interest here. American politics doesn't insist on moral boundaries.
Okay, let me go ahead and...
The average American, even not just like MAGA people, I think the average American is just like, why the fuck are we giving so much money to other countries? Like, that's their position. Americans are very selfish. MAGA supporters, however, also do have a specific type of reverence for Vladimir Putin. One, born out of Donald Trump's love for Vladimir Putin, and two, because they just got fucking tweaked into defending Russia because they went into the wrong Facebook groups and they went into the wrong Telegram channels and they turned into people who actually think Russia is fighting a just war.
I'm gonna get a real quick snack from the kitchen. I'll be right back.
And against like Western degeneracy.
This was done by a corrupt administration that shouldn't have been in, and frankly, if the right results of the election were given, if I were president, this war would have never taken place, and he would have been very happy.
Like, they make it seem as though like Democrats actually wanted to give money to Ukraine so they can make Ukraine gay. Okay? That's it. They think like Democrats wanted to homify Ukraine, and Vladimir Putin is invading Ukraine to stop the gay, stop the woke.
Because he would have liked to have seen, I mean, they went through hell. He went through hell. This war would have never happened, and the people that were killed, a couple of million people, a lot of people with soldiers and everything else, and the people that have been displaced and forced into other areas and other countries because of what's happened, none of that would have happened. And I'm just saying that he was a horrible president, whether it was the borders or this. He was just a horrible, corrupt president.
Mr. President,
I can't think so much. So first of all, we have possibility now to buy weapon from the United States. We are thankful for this program and this opportunity. We are thankful for Europe. They pay for this. And through NATO program, for example, Pearl and etc. We have some programs where we can have some money to finance this. And this is a part, I think, it's not a part for the war and to defend us. It also will be a part for security guarantees, to strengthen our army, to rearm Ukrainian army. This is very, very important. And it depends how much money we need to rearm. For example, the question of air defense, we spoke about it with President Trump, and I'm happy that we have now bilateral decisions and we work on it with production, American production. Nobody in Europe has so many air defense like Patriots, for example. We need it very much, and this is also about defending.
I think the good news, we make the best military equipment in the world by far. You mentioned the Patriots. How good are they?
Systems.
We have systems, they're literally 100% foolproof. And it's really like shooting two bullets. You know, two bullets hitting each other in the air in a space like this. The chance of 100.
Come on, it's so good. Patriot missile systems, THAAD. We got THAAD. We got missile systems you've never even heard of. Believe it. Aren't our missiles so good? Please buy more. Bye-bye.
It's 99 to 100%. So we sell the equipment to NATO, and NATO does what, I don't know what the arrangement is that you have with, but I know that they want you to have the equipment. And we're getting the best equipment in the world, but they pay us for the equipment. Under Biden, it was just crazy what was going on. I believe the number is over 300. I think it could be $350 billion worth of equipment and money and everything else. And we've made more progress in settling this war in the last 2 months than they made in 4 years. They should have been settled a long time ago, but it should have never happened. Yeah, please.
You pushed out on social media.
Brian, go first.
You pushed out on social media about doing away with mail-in ballots and potentially electronic voting machines. Can you expand on that and how important that is?
Well, that's a very off topic, just really quickly. Mail-in ballots are corrupt. Mail-in ballots, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots. And we, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible that we get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to start with an executive
guy who was literally shitting on Zelensky. For not holding elections. He's a dictator. Now talking about undermining another pivotal part of like American democracy while sitting next to Zelensky only moments after he said, "Oh, if you get into a war, maybe you can if you get into a war, maybe you can avoid having an election. How nice. I will think about it." Everything that right-wingers do is good. Everything that they say is bad, or whoever they claim is doing the exact same thing is bad and immoral and wrong. You want to do transgender sports in Ukraine? That's what you want to do, right? You want to do mail-in voting, don't you? Be honest. You want to do transgender mail-in voting? Everybody transgender, everything's computer, everybody transgender. And now here's the thing is, they love pride. They're fighting me for the fact that I leave Washington, D.C. safe. They're going to get mugged, beaten up, or killed by all the people you've been watching. So I'm glad particularly I'm glad you asked that question. We're going to stop mail-in ballots because it's corrupt. You know, when you go to a voting booth and you do it the right way, you go to a state that wants a property, you go in. They even ask me. They asked me for my license plate like that. If I said, I don't know if I have it, they said, sir, you have to have it. I was the 31st. California is so corrupt, where some people get 5, 6, 7 ballots delivered to them, that we got to stop mail-in voting, and the Republicans have to lead the charge. The Democrats want it because they have horrible policy. If you have mail-in voting, you're not going to have many Democrats get elected. That's bigger than anything having to do with redistricting, believe me. And the Republicans have to get smart. We're not going to have a country. I said for a long time in rallies, you need borders. Brother, you won. What are you talking about? Oh my God. Oh my God. He is still chirping about this, dude. You won the election, man. What the fuck? And you need free and fair elections. Those two things. Otherwise, you don't have. We have strong borders now. In 90 days, Mr. President, we didn't have one. I know. Mail-in voting is incredibly important to Republican control of Florida because that's how old people vote here. I know. He votes by mail. Trump votes by mail. Mail-in voting, universal mail-in ballots, is a prominent fixture of Republican states. Red states have used them in perpetuity. Old people need mail-in ballots. He is not trying to stop mail-in ballots.
Okay, sorry about that. I needed a quick break. I think next what I'm gonna do.
Everyone, it's Charlie. This will be my House of the Dragon season 3.
I have two
First,
like
look, there's a whole
2 or 3
bunch of
things I want to
footage
do.
they've been filming for a while. There's a bunch of new
First, I
battles,
want to
a bunch
make
of new characters they're introducing
this
during the
armor.
season, so we'll break it all down.
Which means I'm gonna need. Let's see.
Had a lot of requests just because there's so much footage that's actually made
Black
its way to the internet.
guard.
Also, really good opportunity to pull out some of my Game of Thrones swords. It's been a while since I've
helm,
actually had some of these.
which is
There's
made
a
by
lot to unpack
repairing
here, and in related news,
the
because
damaged.
Night of the
Okay, so I can do the helm right
Seven
now.
Game of Thrones prequel series with
Well,
Duncan
actually, I
Egg
can't. I
based on
need
the
to play
tales
it,
of Duncan Egg.
but I can do it real quick.
That he's going to be at the New York Comic-Con panel with HBO for Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
And I do
So
want to
pretty
make more
good chance they're
charcoal
gonna
very
release the
badly. I need
official
to do
first
that.
trailer for that. We also might get a teaser, like an official teaser for House of the Dragon Season 3. There are a couple big House of the Dragon Season 3 scenes, a couple big battles, and a couple smaller character scenes and character turns. So we'll just go through these one at a time. Some of them we have more information about, some of them are a little more cryptic. First big one is an Aegon scene of him trying to rally the crowd after he's returned, paying off Helena's prophecy about how the future would play out. If you remember, she was telling Aemon he hasn't returned yet, as in he would eventually return.
Okay.
At the very end of Season 2, you saw him with Larys Strong escaping King's Landing, sneaking out so that they wouldn't be captured by Rhaenyra and Daemon, who were about to sack King's Landing. There are a couple of Darkland banners here that make it seem like it happens at Rook's Rest, so maybe they'll also finally address what happened to Sunfire. The whole reason why there were so many theories about Sunfire is that in the book, Sunfire survives the Battle of Rook's Rest during the events of Season 2, but on the show, Kristen Cole's line, "The dragon was long in the dying," made it sound like they were going to just say that Sunfire died at the battle, so we will see.
Okay, here we go, and that's ready.
This is what Aegon actually says in the scene. "Behold me now, I am Aegon Targaryen, the second of his name. I am the true heir of Viserys, the sixth king of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the First Men. I was anointed by the High Septon in the light of the Seven, and it is..."
And she's moving pretty fast today, so that's good. This should be fairly straightforward.
Really starts trying to gas the crowd up. Says, "Strike me down, and the stranger himself will take retribution. The warrior's sword will be judgment upon
I should also seriously consider going to mine some brown coal. Fairly easy to do, fairly convenient to have. Okay, and we got another level in metalworking. That's great. I think I went a little OP when I was setting up this character, though, by giving him more metalworking than he probably deserved. But, it's such a grindy part of the game that I don't mind a little bit of this. I'll do the duplicator one, max out my duplication. Probably could use some more iron. Okay.
One of the funnier things about that too is that Joffrey on the main Game of Thrones series actually kind of spoiled what happens when Aegon confronts Rhaenyra again after he's returned.
Okay.
So if you really want to find out what happens in House of the Dragon season,
so what we'll do here is we'll add this to that. That becomes damaged, and then we'll add this. That becomes a regular Blackguard helm, which we'll now place on. Okay, so now all we need is the legs. And there's the legs. So let's just see what we need to repair this. Okay, so we need 3 for that. And then we'll need 3 plates. So we need 3 and 3. We have 1 chain and 1 plate. So I need 2 more of each. I can do that. That's doable.
and it was said that she used
I'll do the
a
chain first.
famous bracket in single combat during the Battle of Burning Mill because he was the person who killed Samuel Blackwood, the former head of their household, to get revenge for his death. So the whole idea is that she's a very Arya type of character, very stabby, and ultimately she does wind up getting married to Kragan Stark.
Winter is coming.
That doesn't happen until after the end of the Dance of the Dragon, so I'm not expecting that to do that. That happens much later in the timeline, like stuff that
Okay.
we'll be doing in season 4. So it is possible
Let's see
we're
here.
just getting way more of Alice Blackwood.
Don't know how this didn't
Character
get
in earlier battles,
processed.
so she can be a bigger character with bigger
Now enough
payoffs.
scrap iron for 6 more ingots. And the nice thing about those is they go in the bloomer and they come out as ingots, which is a nice little time saver.
Supposedly, we're actually going to be getting a big Helena Dreamfire scene during season 3. Rhaenyra is also supposed to be there, so I'm assuming that it happens somewhere towards the middle of the season, like after the first couple of episodes, after the sack of King's Landing, because Rhaenyra has to be there, so it means she's controlling King's Landing when this happens. They kind of alluded to the fact that Rhaenyra has a big soft spot for Helena, so they actually have a pretty good relationship. So part of the idea that when Rhaenyra is ruling over the Red Keep in King's Landing, some of the Greens don't mind it so much. For the most part, I think they're just hyping up the idea that there's going to be way more scenes between her and Alicent at the Red Keep, because Alicent will still be at the Red Keep while she's there. Technically her prisoner, but I don't think that Rhaenyra really sees it that way. Via Saban, who plays Helena, also said that she was disappointed that she didn't get more scenes with Dreamfire during season 2, because the way the show portrays her, they're more interested in her abilities of dragon dreams, in how she seems like she has weirwood powers, like a green seer. That's where all the theories that Helena is a green seer came from, because she can communicate with people through their weirwood visions, and normally only green seers like the Three-Eyed Raven or the Children of the Forest could do stuff like that. So they kind of got timing.
Okay, so we're gonna do these two as chains.
They kind of made it seem like she's almost agoraphobic and she never leaves the Red Keep, like she rarely goes outside. But in the books, she actually rides.
It's nice to have a nice sunny day for once, although the sun is about to set already.
Probably mostly for pacing and budgetary reasons, and like I said, because they're more interested in using her as sort of a mouth for prophecy in the future. You have to imagine some scenes that she has with Rhaenyra where she starts spouting off little prophecies and dragon dreams, and Rhaenyra starts to clock it like, wait a minute, because Rhaenyra is so tuned in to prophecy and dragon dreams. Most of the Greens seem like they have no idea what she's talking about. They think it's all just gibberish. Even Aemon, who would probably be more tuned into stuff like that, seems like he doesn't want to believe what she's saying.
Okay,
Then there is
there we go.
a ton of footage, a bunch of different
And
types
so we
of
can go
scenes.
ahead
You have
and
scenes
get
like the
this
first
all
battle of
repaired up.
Templeton with Daemon, the Blacks, and the Green Army, along with Daeron, who they're introducing during season 3. This is the actor that they're cast to play him. Ormond Hightower, and basically just a bunch of their forces. There's a bunch of footage of Daemon in the town here, seeming like he's speaking with the Maesters. This is all meant to be.
By the way, you can make a iron
This
chain
is meant to
helm
be Sir Roderick Dustin,
pretty
Roddy
easily,
the
but I'm
Battle
gonna go ahead and
Legacy,
repair
getting a bunch
that,
of
and then we need
wolves,
2
Stark Army all fired up
plates
before the
now.
actual battle itself. Completely different
Wouldn't
scene.
mind a
There's a ton of
duplication
scenes
here.
of the Tullys here. This is Oscar Tully at the battle, because a bunch of different forces all arrive at Tumbleton at the same time, so it turns into a much bigger battle, and they're probably going to be using this as the final big battle of season 3, like episode 7, and episode 8 will be like the aftermath battle, the way they've done in previous seasons of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. There's a whole bunch of scenes of Daemon meeting with Daeron on horseback, then him meeting with Ormond Hightower. He'll be leading the Greens army at Tumbleton. Then there's a big speech of Daemon rallying all of the troops. In the books, the way the speech goes, knights, savages, and assassins, live or die today. You will be remembered in stories as those who began the end of the Hightower. Show no mercy, give them torment. I don't want the best of you, I want the worst. Kill them all. Sounds like a very Daemon type of speech. Today is a good day to die. The whole reason why the first battle of Tumbleton
Okay, and
was such a
here's
big
the
deal was
plate.
it was part of an assault from the Greens that Daemon and the Blacks were defending against. So this is later
Okay, we
in
got
the
a dupe
season
there.
after
That's
Rhaenyra has
super
been
sweet.
King's Landing for a while. Ormond
Sometimes I feel like I'm more likely to get a duplication if I am hitting it
reaching King's Landing, so
while
they're
it's
trying to
working in
reach
the health
Rhaenyra,
hammer,
but in order to get there, they have to go through Tumbleton.
but I don't really know how that works at all.
Defend the town, so that's what all the battle scenes are for. The Greens roll up with their
Alright, there we go.
to get through. And
So,
as they're showing up,
turn that off, and we are now officially done with ironworking for the time being.
their victory recently at the
And we
Butcher's
can go
Ball
ahead.
and
Oops, I
Wolfers
probably
Square
should
for
have
the
kept.
Blackwater Rush, along with the Tully of the Rivermen, it looks
Yeah.
like, all show up. So it becomes a much bigger battle.
Yeah.
With
Let's
between
just get
6
these in
and
the water.
12,000 participating in the battle itself. The other really big reason why the first Battle of Tumbleton is such a big deal in the books is because of what happens with the Dragon Seeds.
Okay.
Can't talk too much about that without getting into spoilers, but the whole idea is that the Dragon Seeds have been around for a little while, they've trained, and they've already been in a couple of engagements, and there are a bunch of Game of Thrones style character turns, like big WTF moments that happen with the Dragon Seeds.
Okay, so
in
we'll get
that particular
those
battle.
pants on, and now we
They
are
outline
armored
informing
the
what
fuck up.
happens
We
during
are
the events
way
of
better
season
off than
4.
we were just moments ago.
Sense of humor do you all good.
Most of the people
Okay,
associated
great.
with the show have done a pretty good job of outlining how they're going to break down season 3
Now,
and season 4 between all the big
let's
events and the
think.
big battles.
Now,
So
we
I
do
go
need to
into
work on
those and some of
firewood,
my other House of the
and
Dragon videos that I did
charcoal.
a
I mean,
while
we
ago.
also need to work
So it
on.
sounds like episode 7 is going to go real hard this season. And then
Let me
episode
just
8
check
will just deal with
on
the aftermath of that, pushing into it like a teaser for season 4. And season 4 is meant to
my
be the
other
final
stuff
season.
here.
There's a bunch going on here. They're going to be filming for a while longer, so if we do get more footage from the
All
season,
right.
more teasers, of course I will do videos. And like I said, at that New York Comic Con Night of the Seven
I'm gonna
Kingdoms
sleep,
panel, we'll
and then we're
probably
gonna.
get an official trailer for that, maybe an official teaser for House of the Dragon season 3. But I'm mostly just expecting Night
Should I
of
go to the
Seven Kingdoms
Lazaret?
stuff. I just
That's
did
the
a
other
much
thing
bigger
I'm thinking
trailer
about
video
doing.
for
I
the
think I
footage
will.
for that they've already released. Click here for that, and click here for all
All right,
my
let's
other House of the
sleep.
Dragon season 3 videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Welcome everybody to Stavi's World. 904-800-STOP. Call in. We'll solve all your problems.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab my snack from the kitchen now.
Adolf Hitler never disguised his belief that the Soviet Union would be his regime's ultimate enemy.
Okay.
And saw the vast open spaces and abundant natural resources of Soviet Russia as the prize for finally enable the German people to become the masters. Throughout the early months of 1941, as he stayed in the Berghof, his country retreat in the Bavarian Alps, Hitler planned his greatest gamble. Operation Barbarossa, the assault on the Soviet Union. When his country was woefully unprepared. Some three-quarters of its senior officers had been shot or imprisoned. Despite appearances, there had been a catastrophic collapse in morale and efficiency. As German soldiers now flooded in the neighboring Poland, Stalin, desperate to maintain the peace, gave orders that nothing should be done to offend Britain. But Hitler had one other task to perform before he could move on. He needed to secure his southern flank. Romania, Bulgaria, and Hungary were his firm allies. But in March 1941, the Yugoslav government, sympathetic to Germany, was overthrown by pro-British forces. Its next-door neighbour Greece was also pro-British.
1 second, guys.
We swiftly tore its defenses apart. The capital, Belgrade, surrendered on April 12th. Greece fell almost as quickly. Despite British help, Athens was captured in less than 3 weeks. The way was now clear for Operation Barbarossa.
That sucks.
Over 4 million men. They were supported by more.
Okay. Sorry, I had to get one quick thing from the kitchen. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, after this little break, is we're going to go to the Lazaret, I've decided. So, basically to do that, I'll go ahead and get ready, and then we'll get some healing, some food, and some, well, that's pretty much what I want to get together, and then we'll go. And it's not that far. I'll go on foot. I mean, I would buy an elk, but I just don't have the resources to do that right now, so. And I'm excited to go to the Lazaret and then Nadia Village, because these are the two story elements that's all the farther I've gotten in this game before. I've never beat the other story elements, so I'm really excited to progress the plot. In the meantime, you know, I'm kind of hoping low-key that we find some bauxite or whatever. I don't have nearly enough bauxite to move to the Steel Age yet. But the good news about the Blackguard armor is that you don't need it. You don't need to. I mean, theoretically, I should have had that Blackguard armor before doing the Resonant Archive, so I didn't have to die like 8 times. Okay, so let's grab this food. That's probably a pretty good amount. It's probably not, actually. I'm gonna grab 32, like, carrots or something as well. Healing, here we go. We'll take those. Yeah, and then we'll make a fire when we get there, and we'll make, another pot of meat, or stew, or whatever, out in the field. Okay, I'll just grab these. Actually, we'll do parsnips. Yeah, we'll do parsnips, okay. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. Now, we don't have the ability to make any better backpacks. Our armor is about as good as it's going to get. You know, other than maybe going for the Steel Age or whatever. Yeah, I think we're about as ready as one ought to be. Let me go ahead and have a quick bite. What time is it? 7:30 a.m.? That's good. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to make it there by nightfall. I don't have the resources to build a boat right now either, so to the extent that that would have been useful, we're not going to be able to count on that. The Lazaret is right here. Now, I do have a couple of treasury locations marked on my map, too. The coal mine and the abandoned mine. And they're all kind of equally distant. The Resonant Archive being here as well. And this is the Brown Sphere. Now, I'll tell you about that later, but we're going to go to the Lazaret first. Basically due east, so let's head out. It's so early in the morning, and it's such a bright, beautiful day. And we're cresting over the third of the year that is the darkest as of today into the middle third of the year. So that's a really good sign. I think we'll have enough sunlight to make it all the way there, honestly. It'll probably take two days or so to clear out. The Lazaret, I would argue, is, I mean, at least in my experience, easier than the Resonant Archive. Now, the Resonant Archive, basically, if you remember the story a little bit, was a place where after the rot, I mean, I could go through the journals and stuff, and there's some good shit. That's not what I wanted. Some good lore videos out there you can check out yourself. Let's go here. One second. What was I saying? Oh, the story, yeah. Great YouTube videos about the story of this game out there. You can look those up yourself. I'm not going to rehash it in great detail. What I will say is that the story of this game is pretty awesome. Fundamentally, you know, and I've kind of talked about this in the past as well, but essentially it was a disease that starts forming called the rot. People start turning into these monsters, which we now know are drifters. And, oh, I hit something. That's interesting. But basically, after a while, the guy, Jonas Falks, who had been experimenting with, like, automaton machinery using this magical energy force that's this blue stuff that we found in the Resident Archive, well, he ends up trying to cure the disease, and he creates a portal into another world that's designed to address where the rot is coming from. We call this the Rust world. This is the, sort of this chaotic monster eldritch world, which is what happens when we have a temporal storm. Is a bit of that world leaks into our world, you know. And so, long story short, but basically, the Resident Archive was a refuge that the human race built to store their knowledge of everything prior to losing all hope and the ability to function. Humans basically went underground, and I'm wearing armor called Blackguard armor. Blackguards were hired as sort of the authoritarian police force for the underground people trying to avoid succumbing to the rot. But, you know, kind of controversial. They're a little heavy-handed, but they're tough, and that's why we like their armor. Additionally, you know, the people started starving and dying, and the rot got down there eventually. Do I not have that marked? And so anyway, over time, basically, everybody had given up hope, but Jonas Falks was working on an answer, and his friend Tobias also was helping him. There's some suggestion that they're gay, by the way. It's an interesting theory. But basically, after working hard on this, well, we know that the Resident Archive mentions that he went off to some place to continue his research or whatever, called the Lazarette. And this is a reference to Tobias, I think, going to this location. So we're trying to follow Jonas Falk's assistant, Tobias, to the Lazarette to see what the state of his research to fight the rust was. Now, bear in mind, we know a few other facts, and this is what I mean by the sphere. You go far enough east and you start seeing this thing. And again, I assume that's part of the story, but I don't know what it is, because I've never played the game this deeply before. But it's undeniably there. That's a big fucking sphere. Oh, and by the way, I didn't bring any torches or bow and arrow, so that's on me, I guess. If we need to come back home, we will. Oh, my ramen noodles are ready. Hold on, 1 second. Okay, let me just go ahead and open this.
Guderian's panzers should delay their advance on Moscow and swing south to Kiev to provide help. Guderian objected strongly, but Hitler was adamant. There should be no further advance on Moscow until Kiev had fallen. It would turn out to be a fateful decision.
And we'll just check this cave out real quick while we're on our way. Looks like it goes back out, up and out. Oh, buddy. I hate that. Okay, well, it's inconvenient.
Soviet manpower seeking independence. More than 16 million troops were now mobilized. And the Red Army now had some formidable new weapons. In particular, a new tank, the 37 ton T-34. It had a 76mm gun and was faster and better cross-country than the Panzer Mark IV.
Okay, we've got a little locust nest and a shiver there. Probably should go back this way, I'm just gonna say.
As the Blitzkrieg continued, it was easy to miss the warning signs. The Darien's Panzer Group began its thrust south on August the 23rd, 1941. The Panzers of Army Group South struck north 3 weeks later. The pincers met east of Kiev on September the 16th. Two more Soviet armies were utterly destroyed. 500,000 men were killed or captured. On the same day, more than 1,000 miles to the north, Army Group North surrounded the city.
Okay,
of
so
Leningrad. Today's
continuing on east, and we're gonna avoid climbing most of these mountains. I do love how mountainous this terrain is, though. This is a good world. I like it a lot.
the city was besieged,
Oh, 1 second. I need to do something else real quick. 1 second.
and the German troops settled down to start.
Okay, sorry about that. I am back. Oh, I didn't even pause it. Nice.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Group Center now
And we see that brown sphere off in the background, too, which is creepy.
the Darien's Panzers had rejoined it to lead the Blitzkrieg. The Germans had a 2-to-1 superiority in tanks and men at the front, and 3-to-1 in air.
Okay. Keep heading this way.
The assault started on September the 20th, 1941. Once again, Bavarian's panzers slashed deep through the Red Army. By October the 7th, yet more Soviet troops were surrounded. But Stalin was determined to defend Moscow to the last. He appointed Marshal Georgy Zhukov to organize the defense of the city.
It's a little cavey cave.
People of Moscow were
We'll do a quick
mobilized to
probe.
make a series of defensive lines. But the real obstacle to German advance would be the weather. On October the 8th, heavy rain set in. German vehicles soon became bogged down in a sea of mud. By late October, appalling weather and increasingly stubborn Soviet resistance meant Army Group Center was still some 50 miles short of Moscow. Hitler was finally paying the price for his decision earlier in the year to delay his advance on Moscow.
Alright. Well, here's a little surface run.
At around the
Don't
same
really see anything good here.
Army Group South reached the Black Sea, trapping yet more Soviet soldiers.
Okay, so this is the farthest east I've ever been. It sure looks like it, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna cross here and just head directly for the marker, basically.
Even so, the city of Kharkov was captured on October the 24th, 1941. But the weather was now starting to freeze. The German forces, confident the campaign would be over by the summer, were caught unprepared. With no winter clothing, they now suffered terribly. On the Moscow front, Army Group Central was now beginning its final push to capture the southern capital. By December the 4th, its leading units were just 19 miles from Red Square. Some reconnaissance patrols claimed they could see the golden domes of the Kremlin in the distance. But that night, the temperature plunged again. Tank engines would not start. Weapons froze. Many soldiers were severely frostbitten. On December the 5th, the Germans halted the attack. Winter had come to the rescue of the British. But the Germans were confident that come the spring, they could finish the job. For much of autumn 1941, Stalin's armies peeled under the German offensive. But all the while,
Okay, so we're coming up on the lazarette here. That sphere is getting creepier and creepier. We do have a berry, that's fun. That's clearly just because the chunk spawned and the berry was just going to still be alive for a second until the weather caught up with it. There's a few more here. Couldn't hurt to munch on these, actually. Alright, and here is where the lazarette is marked as being. Right about here. Oh, here we have a tree as well. It's kind of silly to be worried about resin at this time, but... Okay, so when the lazarette spawns, there's a few things you want to start looking for. First of all, you're going to start to notice certain terrain elements here. It doesn't look like anything at first, but if you just kind of look around a little bit, you'll start to see some stuff. Oh, we got bees too. How about that? That's cool. Is this a, oh, cool, we got a impact site as well, so we can get some meteoric iron. That's cool. I'll come back to that. Now, and this is a little bit tougher in winter probably, but, just kind of search the area, you know? I'm gonna get a little bit of dirt here, and we're gonna make a little observation deck. So I'm just gonna go up here, right about, I don't know. I'm gonna go right about here. And we'll go ahead and just post up like this. And look for any anomalies on the ground. Any interesting things. Okay, there's like a chunk boundary or something there. That's interesting. There's something maybe there. maybe something over here. That actually might be just that hole where the meteoric iron was. Yeah, I don't really see what I'm looking for. I'll just leave that up for now. I guess I'm just gonna have to painstakingly go around the area until I find stuff. Here's flax. I'll grab that. See, the problem is this ruin is somewhat tricky to pin down because it's designed to have like this semi-cave, like underground cave looking entrance that just kind of blends into the landscape. But usually what you can at least do is find, ooh, here's some terra preta, or high fertility soil at least. Let's just grab this. Is there any more? Is that literally the only one? Oh. Crazy.
With almost no thought, also declared war on the US. With no advanced planning, he had taken on a massive new enemy.
Alright, well, I'm gonna check down here and see if there's any more, but if that's the only one, I'm gonna be really mad. Okay, well, I don't see any more. Okay.
Moreover, as his economic advisors told him, Germany's oil supplies were running low. So he decided to halt the attacks in the north and instead head for Russia's oil fields in the south. The initial plan for Operation Blue, as it was called, envisaged an assault south of Kharkov.
1 second, I'm gonna have a quick bite of my ramen noodles and we'll resume. Okay.
The Germans tightened their siege at the port of Sevastopol in the Crimea.
I might go at this a slightly different direction now. If I can't find the, well, the problem is, like, there's these 3x3 little things that have little grates on them, little windows. And I can't seem to find those. And then there should be, like, a giant gash in the earth nearby as well. Not necessarily giant, but big. And it's hard to make out where that would be on the map alone in the winter. If it were summer, I have a feeling I'd be able to see it.
The offensive began. Army Group B forced its way through to the River Don and advanced along its western bank.
So I'm gonna just kind of explore this river. And I think I see something that looks fairly artificial on the map right up here. Looks like it more or less perpendicularly intersects this river. Also notable that there's shale on top of granite here. So I'm thinking like right about here on the map is what I'm seeing if I'm not crazy. Is it just this weird gravel patch? Another resin. Well, good to know that we have resin here. I mean, part of me is tempted to just build a little survival shack and wait a few days. I'm gonna just check this side out real quick, and then I think I will. Oh, here we go. This might be it, actually. I think this is it.
He diverted the bulk of his
Okay, so I'm gonna
to the mountain.
just mark that.
The march on Stalingrad slowed noticeably.
We do have peridotite as well.
The reinforced Army Group A now raced across the Caucasus to within 70 miles of the castle, threatening to cut off all the Soviet
Okay.
armies in the air.
Yeah, this looks right. Okay. So
Then Hitler changed his mind.
maybe.
Enraged by Army Group B's slow progress,
I don't know, that seems very artificial.
now ordered the panzers back up north.
Alright. Well, we keep going.
August the 9th, Army Group A seized the first of the southern oil fields at Mykop. It found them comprehensively trashed.
Okay, let's check this out. Bearing in mind that I'm gonna have to like dig my way back out.
And the huge oil fields in the central Caucasus, those near the Caspian Sea, remained beyond distrust.
Okay, nothing over there. By the way, wouldn't mind collecting some Olvine while we're in this peridotite biome.
German forces were within striking
Yeah, one piece of good news is that if we do get attacked and hit, we're gonna take like dramatically less damage than we're used to taking.
on the city, which
Okay, we do have iron, bizarrely, rich iron. I guess I'll mark that.
the most crucial battles of World War II.
Fucking A. Let's make that white.
1942. General Friedrich Paulus's 6th Army crossed the Don and began
Yeah, this doesn't seem right. Okay, that goes that way. I'll come back to that maybe.
6 days later,
I don't recall it being this deep.
Panzerfaust reached the Volga River just north of the city, and German forces were fighting in the outer suburbs. Hitler seemed poised for a famous victory. Stalingrad was an important industrial center. It straggled for more than 12 miles along the west bank of the river.
Okay, we got a temporal gear. I'm rapidly filling up my inventory inadvertently. Tons of iron though we could definitely be harvesting. Problem is that I don't have the ability to do anything with it locally. And so it's almost like, what's the point of harvesting it? I mean, I could come here, but I have iron much closer to my home to mine, so I don't know, it's just good to keep in mind that it's here, but it's probably not going to be that useful to me realistically in this game. This cave is so weird. More iron here.
Intense battles of World War Slowly, Germans edged forward, street by street, with Stuka dive bombs blitzing just ahead of them.
I don't like how deep this cave is getting here. I don't think I want to take on that cave. I probably could with my new armor. I could probably do okay, but I think better to play it cautious here. Alright, let's head back the way we came. I'm still not convinced this isn't the Lazaret entrance. I haven't seen the evidence I need to see to be confident in that assessment at all. Okay. Where in the bejesus did I enter this part of the maze from?
By late September, the Germans had pushed their way through most of the city,
Here?
almost to the wall.
Maybe.
For Hitler, the capture of Stalingrad was now an obsession.
Maybe here.
October the 4th, 1942.
Okay, that goes down. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's this direction. Let's I'm gonna mark this.
Tanks led the way, grinding over the rubble and
Let me try going this way. Do we go down and then back up or something?
One German officer said, "The advance is measured in corpses, not meters." German victory seemed certain, but in fact, the Germans were dangerously overextended.
Alright, let me try going this way.
Mid-November, the Soviet army was bringing in reinforcements. More than 1 million troops, 13,500 guns, 900 tanks, and over 1,000 aircraft were secretly moved to the battle zone.
Okay, this looks promising, maybe? Or am I just retreading? I think I'm retreading. I think I now have a circle. I've cut a circle into the path. Which is not what you want. So we tried that. Let's try this way.
After a massive artillery barrage,
That's not bad.
T-34s and assault infantry burst through the German position. Now, it was the Germans who surrendered in their thousands.
Okay. Let's try this way.
The next day, the Soviet assault in the south
This looks good.
was equally
Okay.
successful.
I think.
And on November the 23rd,
No?
these pincer movements edged west of Stalingrad, cutting off the Germans.
Okay. Oh, here we go. It must be up here. Okay.
General Paulus, in charge of the German forces, could have broken out, but Hitler ordered him to stand and fight. The Führer had been assured by the Luftwaffe that sufficient supplies could be airlifted into Stalin. This was enough for him to announce that the German positions must hold out until relief. To help Paulus, Field Marshal Erich von Manstein, the overall German commander in the region, launched Operation Winter Storm on December the 12th. It was an attempt by the German panzers to break the Soviet encirclement of the city. For 2 days it went well, but then Red Army resistance increased. By December the 23rd, the German rescue attempt had ground to a halt about 30 miles from the city. Manstein advised the beleaguered Paulus to attempt to break out of Stalingrad.
Okay, I think we're getting close to being able to get out of here. I thought this was gonna be the Lazaret.
Was refused.
I know we're close. I mean, it's got to be one of these little cavey things right around here, but
Marshal Zhukov now unleashed the next stage of his task. It was a massive assault of the Panzer Relief Operation.
God damn it.
Away from the city. By the end of December, all hope of relieving the German forces in Stalingrad had gone.
There we go. I think we're back out finally of that
Worse still,
horrific hole.
plans to airlift aid into the city were a fiasco. The German troops needed 700 tons of supplies a day to survive. They never received more than 80.
So, let's see. This is the way that I thought we were going to find the entrance to the Lazaret at.
Airforce now commands.
It's not like just hiding in this back corner, is it? Somehow, no.
Steadily, the Soviet
Alright,
troops
well, I thought it was going to be this weird artificial staircase looking thing, but apparently it's not. Apparently it may not be in this cave at all. Deeply disappointing.
On January the 8th, Soviets called on the Germans to surrender.
There's Flint. Just a very bizarre cave in general. But apparently it's not what we're looking for.
On January the 31st, 1943, Paulus was forced to surrender.
Okay, so if it's not that, yeah, I guess we'll do the thing where I build a survival shack. I'm just gonna chop this tree down. Notably, this is not the bee tree. This is a big one though. This will give me plenty of resources for the night.
Stalingrad was bloody. The Germans had been savage. They'd lost some 300,000 of their men, and at least as many of their pilots.
Okay. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant a couple more oaks. This is a nice little oak area, isn't it? Okay, there's a rift over there, so I guess like right about here maybe would be a good place for it. Let's build, first of all, I'm going to build a fireplace. I'm going to use these two as the main part of the fireplace. I'm going to grab some of this soil. I'm going to need plenty of grass.
Soviet troops crossed their way west of Stalingrad. By early December 1942, were within 120 miles of Moscow. There was a real possibility all the German forces in the south would be cut off. With little choice, Hitler reluctantly gave Army Group A permission to fall back. Over the next month, the Germans fought a skillful rearguard action. Hundreds of thousands of troops withdrew.
Okay, this will be a good amount of grass for our new survival shack that we'll need, for sure. We'll make torches, we'll make all sorts of fun stuff. Bed, of course.
The Soviets attacked over 500 miles.
59, 51, okay, that's probably good enough.
Outnumbered 7
Okay, so I was building this back here somewhere.
forces in the region.
Just gotta find where I put those two. Here we go. Okay, so
But by the end of February, the Red Army had recaptured
I'm gonna make these into
and the nearby
packed packed dirt, or rammed dirt, or whatever.
This Russian winter offensive had struck a crippling blow to Germany. Over a matter of months, it had lost 1 million men and vast numbers of tanks and guns.
Okay, that's gonna be the fireplace.
The Red Army still had enormous reserves of manpower.
And then let's start making plank floors.
It was also benefiting from a huge increase in weapons production and aid from the United States and Britain. The Germans also no longer had the technological upper hand. The T-34 tank was more than a match for the Panzer Mark IV. And they also had the terrifying Katyusha multiple rocket system, which shattered German troops.
Piece of crap.
Yet Hitler
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put
a preemptive summer assault that would throw the Soviet Union off
that up.
balance and regain the initiative. The city of Kursk seemed the obvious place to start. And here, the Soviet assault had pushed a bulge deep into the German lines. It looked temptingly exposed. Hitler decided it should be cut off and annihilated.
Okay.
He also had an ace up his sleeve. The German counterattack would be led by a new generation of German tanks, specially designed to combat the formidable Russian T-34. The massive but slow 55-ton Tiger had a lethal 88mm
And let's make, I'm gonna make all these torches.
made it almost impervious to Soviet tank guns.
Oh, there's a walnut tree right there too, that's cool.
There was the faster
Now I need a stick. I need 2 sticks for a fire starter.
75mm gun, also capable of knocking out the T-34. These tanks were so new, Hitler was forced to delay the attack.
I do have copper.
As were manufactured by independent companies. But even as the German forces began to assemble, the Soviet commander, Marshal Zhukov, guessed what was about to happen. Soon afterwards, he received information from the Soviet spy wing inside the German High Command, confirming the site of the attack. Zhukov ordered the construction of a series of defensive lines, anti-tank pitches, minefields, and deep belts of barbed wire. He also massively built up Soviet forces in the area, pulling in troops and tanks from less vulnerable parts of the front. By the eve of the assault on Kursk,
Okay.
the Germans were hugely outnumbered by Soviet defenders.
I'll make more planks.
Knew exactly when the Germans would attack. On July the 5th, 1943, just
Okay.
as the German troops prepared to assault, they were hit by a huge Soviet artillery bombardment.
Let's frame this out now a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll just use this oak again, and we'll go like
Even so,
that, basically along the baseboard.
but this time, they were up against a well-entrenched enemy. There was no realistic chance of a lightning blitzkrieg breakthrough.
Okay, that's probably about good there.
The results were disastrous. In the north, the German army gained a mere 6 miles with a loss of 25,000 men and more than 200 tanks.
And then let's go, I'll just go to here.
In the south, the Germans fared a little better. A wedge 25 miles deep was driven into the Soviet defenses, but it also came to a high price.
Work on the fireplace more realistically later.
10,000
I'm just trying to get a frame going here.
350 tanks destroyed. But for a brief moment, it looked as if a German breakthrough might be possible. Then Zhukov threw in his reserves.
Okay, so now we're out of logs, that's fine.
900 tanks
I'm going to try to get as much of this closed off as I can.
Almost 2,000 tanks now engaged in what was the largest armored battle of World War II.
Alright, let's go like this.
The Soviet T-34s drove into the German lines and opened fire point blank range.
Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, that's south, that's where the sunlight comes in, so I'm gonna make
The Germans had lost a
a long skinny window like that.
and were retreating.
I'm gonna close this entirely off.
Meanwhile, overhead, there was an
I'll repeat that window thing here. And then here we'll make a
eventually the Soviet Air Force established
door
supremacy over the Luftwaffe.
right here.
Now
Okay.
the Russians could unleash their formidable Ilyushin IL-2 Stormily attack units.
Need more sticks for ladders and such.
By July the 23rd, the Germans had lost any ground they could gain, and with it, the creed.
Okay, let's get this oak tree here.
Hitler's adventure in Kursk had cost him at least 50,000 troops and more than 700. Never again would the Germans launch a major offensive on the eastern front. The Russians had turned the tide of the war.
What's this? Is this lead? Cool.
Summer 1943, and on the eastern front, Hitler's armies were in retreat. New Soviet artillery barrages and tank assaults were shrinking the German lines.
Okay, there's the framing complete.
Hitler by now was fighting a war on two fronts.
Let's go ahead and make a little
Western Europe,
cute little steps.
Anglo-American force was moving up through Italy, menacing his southern flank.
Let's go ahead and get some more planks here. I'll do a door.
The Germans had been forced to pull some of their elite troops back from the eastern front to help.
Here for now, I'm just gonna
Left their forces in the east.
lazily place these.
The
Oops, I guess I didn't need to make those.
against the enormous reserve to the
Just lazily placing these like that. And then for these windows,
now seized this opportunity
I'm just gonna make
to wreak his revenge
these
and move on.
slabs work. Until we can replace them with proper windows.
The Red Army had driven the Germans from the cities of Orel and Belgorod.
Okay. And then let's get a ladder.
To celebrate the victory, Stalin ordered 12 124-gun salvos, the barrage of fireworks in Moscow's Red Square.
And I think for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and
He proclaimed, "Eternal glory
make a flat
to the
roof like
in the
this
struggle for freedom, from death to the
at this
German
level.
defense."
It's very boring, I know.
Response is to take greater personal control of all important military decisions. The effects were felt almost immediately.
And we'll go ahead and juxtapose it with the uneven ones. Just maybe try to start using up some of these.
Soviet forces approached the city from three sides. German commander, Erich von Manstein,
accept anything that would reduce what he called Lebensraum, the land he believed Germany needed to ensure its greatness. Just as importantly, he also believed Germany would win the war, if not by numbers, then by the sheer will to win. The Germans got him.
Okay, so I'm going to continue this for a bit.
At first, it seemed to work. For several days, repeated Soviet assaults were repulsed.
Ah, shit.
More than 300 Russian T-34 tanks were destroyed. But by the end of August 1943, the German positions had been overrun.
Alright, let me get these. And then let's get this in here as well.
Eventually,
Because I can hang a lantern
against his fury.
or something, you know, from here.
Together.
And I guess it'll be... No, let's make it this one.
The army drove into the ruins of Kharkov the next day. It marked the beginning of a massive Soviet
Okay, there we go.
along a 1,500 mile.
And I'll just place these decoratively here. Okay, this is our little survival shack. All things considered, not terrible. I can use these upper places for storage or whatever. I'll go ahead and put this down here, just to have a few of those, and then firewood can go here. And these are done for sure. And we can go ahead and... Well, I was going to say cook up our parsnips, but we really can't do that yet, can we?
Once again, Manstein asked permission to withdraw. All he got was a message from Hitler. Don't do anything. I am coming myself. But he never did. The German military was forced into another last-minute chaotic retreat.
Can I set this in the ground? No.
The withdrawal was made worse by bands of battle-hardened partisans.
Alright, let's see if I can get 24 of these
Many were former
for, like,
army soldiers who
dummy storage purposes.
treating Germans, cutting their communication and supply lines.
That's 8.
The Germans responded with predictable ferocity. There was savage reprisals against the civilian population.
And we need 10 more.
The Germans also launched the scorched earth policy. Factories, power plants, railways and bridges were all blown. Massive hydroelectric dam, which provided electricity for the whole of the Ukraine, was wrecked.
18, so we need 6 more. There's some right here.
Meanwhile, in the center of the front, the Germans fell back across the River Dnieper. As they fled, they blew up yet more bridges, turning the river into a formidable defensive line. They then dug in along the west bank.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and make this now.
Stalin's response was to offer
Soviet to cross the river.
Oh, and we do have some clay here. Fire clay to boot. I am going to take some of this because it's conceivable if I'm here for a minute, I might need to make, you know, some molds or whatever. At the very least, possibly bowls and crocks and things like that too. Okay, one more here. Okay.
And forced to retreat still further west.
With that, I think we can pretty much say we've got a pretty good hold, you know, fairly safe and viable sleeping quarters for the winter. And a great little place that once we do get into the lazarette, we can maybe put our storage at or whatever, kind of regroup from, etc. I mean, I can make a bloomery and do a meteoric. Well, I can't process that then on the anvil. But, let's get most of this out of here.
By spring 1944, Hitler's armies were in full retreat.
Okay, so I'm going to make the rest of this into firewood as well.
The Soviet leadership now poured in ever greater quantities of men and equipment.
Okay, and then we're going to get our 2 storage containers.
Two excellent tanks, the Tiger I and the Panzer Mark V Panther. Both were well suited to the sort of mobile defensive warfare which was the only remaining hope for the German armies on the east.
So I'm putting these kind of things in here.
But the Red Army had at least twice as many tanks, mostly the battle-tried T-34, and armament factories in Siberia.
Okay. So I think that's probably pretty good for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do a little bit more looking around for the lazarette now. And, you know,
While Hitler was forced to divide his forces between a war on 2 fronts, Stalin's war machine was working.
I really need to be going this way. I'm looking for little window thingies.
6 million Soviet troops faced less than 3 million Germans.
And it's just really impossible to see anything from up here.
In early January 1944,
Is it here?
forces of the first
No.
Ukrainian army moved
That's
into
just a rock.
on the German-held town of Kosovo. It was the last German toehold
Oh wait.
they hoped would be their defensive line along
Oh, never mind. I got so excited. I thought I had found it. Okay.
12 days later, forces of the second Ukrainian front drove forward on the southern side.
I mean, it's literally going to be like a 1-by-1 hole, I think, essentially. That's what I'm trying to find out in this snowfield.
First, there was a build-up of an overwhelming number of troops. The Germans were never quite sure where the first assault would come from. Then there was the devastating artillery. Next, massive tanks of the Red Army punch a hole through the German defenses. Finally, the infantry poured in. In Kosovo, it quickly became obvious to the Germans they were about to be overwhelmed. The German commander, Field Marshal Erich von Manstein, flew to Hitler's headquarters in East Prussia to beg, yet
again for permission to pull out.
Well, absolutely no indication of where this thing is at still. I think I'll have more luck searching by day. But, yeah, I'm wondering, like, how much more do I want to do on camera. I mean, maybe I'll just keep searching off camera until I find it, bring it back in. It's February 8th, so it should, I mean, the truth is, once the snow clears, I should be able to find it. But who knows when it's going to be maybe another month in game.
The German forces now attempted to break out.
Let me just check this hole here one more time. I mean, I might as well get these.
Was made possible by fleets of trucks, mostly provided by the United States, that kept their forces supplied. It was a much faster process than for the Germans, who still relied heavily on horses. The Russians were also dominating the skies. Surrounded myself around people that made me feel like what I felt like in spite of
Okay, well, I'm gonna modify the chimney a bit here.
stereotypically associate these things with each other. And now I'm around it, like genitalia to me almost never, like it just doesn't correlate to me to like the gender. Like it just doesn't anymore because I've been around it for so long, and it helped me with how I felt because I realized that in the correct group of people it doesn't matter. Like sure, you're correct, but like you're really thinking of it on a very
okay. I'm gonna chisel this one now.
level, right? Like sure, it would be very difficult for a flower, right, to not be a flower, but you could take the rose and you could paint the rose in the same way that you can change your clothes, right? Or you can change your personality in the same way you could paint the rose, right? And then the people around you will perceive you how you have changed your personality or painted yourself to be, right? And then, at least for me, it basically soothes the discomfort entirely, and you grow to detach.
Okay, there's my actual chimney.
Like a small genitalia piece. Like you, like at this point, like we're talking about like the in your metaphor at least, we're talking about like I don't know. You'd be talking about the thorns.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'll bring it back in when I find